So we had the Wake of the Earth Festival, which is a spring festival. And people, after that became a tradition, after a few years, people say, we have to have a fall event. And at first I couldn't even think about that because I was so exhausted from doing the spring festival. I would always make lanterns in Holland. Our Halloween is, we call it Saint Martin. It was given a Christian meaning. And the kids carry lanterns from door to door and they sing songs. They don't dress up like they do here for Halloween. So then we thought, well, let's do something around Jamaica Pond. 70 people or so showed up the first year, and then it just grew. We used to make them out of paper and oil the paper, and then the fire department found out about it and they flipped out and said, no, this will burn. He says, yeah, of course. Well, the pond's right here. Can't do it. Can't use candles. So, and of course it had to be candles because it had to be pure, because that's when I was a kid. We did want to live in a neighborhood with Spanish-speaking people because we finished traveling a year in South America and Central America. And then she says, oh, why don't you buy my friend's house for $21,000? She's a Victorian mansion. We said, yeah, right.
I think we did it partly in ignorance. At the time we bought this house, they were kind of giving them away here.
So we went to look. And when I walked in the house, I thought, oh yeah.
The general mix of the kinds of people who live here is one of the best things about Jamaica Plain. Another thing that means a lot to me are the open spaces, the arboretum, the pond, and the river, the muddy river going down, all of that. Some of the mix of which the community is so proud really has diminished just because of the rise in property values and the cachet of being in Jamaica Plain.
The neighborhood becoming more upscale, you also get more air conditioners, and that I really can't stand.
Well, I think it was Freud who said you can divide life into working and loving, and in the broad sense I think I've been good at the loving part, meaning being a decent person, but in terms of working and accomplishing, I don't think I have done as much with that as I would like to have.
Well, I guess I would take some pride in having started these festivals that are still going on. What I'm not so proud of is my abrasive personality, and I think it gets me in a lot of trouble.
I was actually landscaping, and somehow, I don't know whether somebody driving by in a car told us or whether somebody
right
was
out there loading up.
Was that what it was? Oh, we were loading up. I guess that's right. We were loading up.
And I called you in. What's really happened is people played up the fear part, and I think it's really scary what's going on in the country. And it's been an excuse for waging war, and it just seems like that's only just begun. I hope I'm wrong about it.
Last year, when the festival wanted to have its usual parade, the authorities did not want there to be a Wake Up the Earth parade because there was credible evidence, I think that was the phrase, credible intelligence that there might be an incident. I can imagine circumstances where I might die for my country. Of course, I'm speaking as an older man now and realize it's not in the cards, and I don't think it's, it's not something I'm prone to.
A lot of people that got killed, a lot of innocent people. And it's like so many more people have gotten killed because of the war than people that were killed in the World Trade Center. And I think that people need to start thinking about how to prevent war, which is basically by establishing, I think, an equal society and, for people who have money and have the riches and the resources to share.
I doubt that most of the gods that people refer to in established religion have it on the mark, but obviously I don't have any evidence for that, so I consider myself an agnostic.
My mother always used to say, God is to be able to do what you think you cannot do. And that has often, kind of rung in me in the work I've done in this community.
I just reject the whole dichotomy, and I do think that there's a lot that binds all of us either as members of the same species and as Americans. I mean, I'm definitely American, and I know that I have some core beliefs and attitudes that I share with a lot of other Americans wherever they are.
I am getting a little more pessimistic as I get older. I don't like that. I think a lot of what's always kept me going is that having that belief that people can make a change. And I do think that we do make changes slowly. I do see some things get better, but it's like one step forward, two steps backwards sometimes.
There's so many ways to answer this. I mean, is sea level going to rise dramatically? If it is, the kinds of migrations seem unimaginable, and the kinds of catastrophes that will come out of that, and the kinds of horrible human struggling that will result, it's unimaginable. And who knows if that's a science fiction scenario. And you could just go on, but I'm afraid I do see the glass as half empty. I love Femke, and I admire her ebullient spirit and her idealism and her commitment to helping the general good, encouraging the general good. But that's of course those aren't the only reasons I love her.
Amazing capacity to love and kindness.
But it's getting schmaltzy here.
Oh, so. Yeah, well,